Sup, surfers? This is Rttta. Whoa, hold on. I just called you something different. That's right. Actually, in my vlogs, I actually talked about this. I think it's gonna be cooler if I call you surfers. I mean, come on. Surfers, the wave community, the wave surfers. No? Whatever, I'm still calling you that. So you subscribers are now going to be called surfers. So let me start over again, okay? Alright, since you interrupted me, you stupid people. I'm sorry. No, you're not stupid. I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? Whatever. Sup, surfers? This is Rttta, and I am Garrett Williamson, your research guide. This show, Random Things to Talk About, is when I talk about things that interest me, old or new. Yep, that's about it. And updates? Nope, sorry, don't have any. Except that my hair is different because it's so heavy and long now that I can't really do the faux hawk. I need to get a haircut. Oh, well, I mean, I did start a new series called Things I Don't Like. Very uplifting, very powerful. You really should check it out. If you could not tell in my laughing tone of voice, that was a complete sarcastic type of thing. But it is pretty funny, I must admit. I think it's pretty funny. I think I'm pretty funny in it. So if I'm funny, then it's funny. That's actually not necessarily true, but you know. I'm also still talking in this tone while using my finger and constantly doing this. I'm still doing it. Okay, stop. So I thought I'd start with the DK thing. So MKF Music, I believe that's the username, he requested we do a DK facts for starters. Unfortunately, past the original arcade games, I know nothing of DK, except he's an awesome character in the Mario series, which I know a lot more of. But DK in and of himself and his own little series, I do not know much about. But I guess what I can do is just explain like the start of DK, the original 1981 arcade game, since I do know at least a little bit of information about that. Please do not use me as a completely reliable source because I am doing this from memory, and this is me giving you facts from memory, not from actual computer information on the internet. So this is what I remember. Yeah. So basically, Nintendo needed, I think they, again, don't rely on me, but I believe they were not doing so well in the video game area. And I think they had like one last chance to try and do something. So they grabbed, now known as the father of modern video games, Shigeru Miyamoto, who, I mean, is he created Mario, he created DK, he created Zelda. I mean, he literally created some of the best known video game characters that we know of today. Or at least we should know. But yeah, basically, they needed somebody, and he had, like, no knowledge of video games. Couldn't program, didn't understand that concept. But that was sort of what was the good thing about it, is that he didn't understand that, but he understood how to create a story, because he was more part of film, I believe, and cartooning. So he knew more about story and concept more than he knew about the actual game. You see, before this, all the game was done by programmers. And they were geniuses with the programming, but they weren't so good in the story area. Basically, all the games before that had no story. DK 1981 was basically considered the first game to have a story, which is part of what made it so amazing. Shigeru Miyamoto really was known for doing a lot of firsts in video game history. But I mean, before that, I mean, nothing had a story, nothing. Like, I mean, Asteroids, Pong, it was all just games, just like a board game. There isn't really a story. You're just playing a game and you're hoping you win, right? Well, the original DK 1981 arcade game was the first time there really ever was a story behind the game, which is probably half, if not more than half the reason it got so much attention. So basically, he and programmers create this game, and he actually created the music. It's extremely simple. It's literally like 3 notes or something like that. It's dun 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 dun. Okay, well that's more than 3 notes, but you get what I mean. So this was the first appearance of who's now known as Pauline. She was just, I think, I forget her name then. She probably didn't even have a name. But at that time, she was just a girl which Donkey Kong was keeping captive. And here's the story. So basically there's this guy, he's a carpenter, and he apparently has been treating his ape, his pet ape, or Donkey Kong, badly. Therefore, Donkey Kong gets mad, takes his girlfriend, and basically you have to get to Donkey Kong and defeat him. So even though it's called Donkey Kong is the enemy. So yeah, there's that. So who's this Carpenter? This Carpenter ended up being the plumber we all know of today as Mario. His name at the time was Jumpman until Mario Bros. Back the 83, I'd like to say. It was an arcade game. It actually wasn't ridiculously successful, at least not in America. Super Mario Bros. Is really what made Mario famous. So yeah, there you go. There's Donkey Kong 1981, and there were others that came after it, but that was the huge deal. What Nintendo says is that Donkey Kong now is actually Donkey Kong Jr., which is actually the son of the original Donkey Kong back in 1981. So they're actually not the same Donkey Kong. The Donkey Kong Jr., which he was actually named by for a little bit of time in like the late 80s, early 90s, around there, that Donkey Kong Jr. ended up becoming Donkey Kong. So yeah, a little bit of interesting facts that I have from memory. Many of you might already know that stuff, but you know, I need to start working on actually being a research guide again. So the next request was from Shadowflower12, which is actually a personal friend of mine, and she asked that I talk about like some of my favorite TV shows, I believe, some of the TV shows, TV series. So I'm actually not much of a television person. I'm obviously very much of a video game person, but that doesn't change the fact that I do have favorite TV shows. I think my favorite show is The West Wing, which started airing in 99 and I believe ended in 06. I think it had a 7-year run, and I think that is probably one of the greatest series I've ever seen. And what I do remember from reading is that they spent $6 million on, an average, I believe, around $6 million on every single episode. Another show that I'm actually watching currently right now that I really like is Once Upon a Time. Honestly, I think that the dialogue and the acting is a little cheesy, a little bit more on the cheesy side. But story-wise and concept-wise, I think it's genius. Everything is very unexpected. The way the story rolls, it's like everything fits in perfectly. I think it is honestly, story-wise, an extremely amazing show. Cartoon-wise, some of my favorite shows include SpongeBob SquarePants, which has been around for what, 13 years now? Ridiculous. Been around since like 99. I think it's crazy. Though I have not watched SpongeBob SquarePants in a very long time. It never fails to really make me happy whenever I watch it. It's really funny. It honestly is. The Simpsons is another good show that I never watch, but whenever I see it, it never disappoints me. One show that I'm really loving right now, even though I'm not really watching it all that much, because again, I don't really watch TV. But another show that I really love, and another one that never really bores me, really like, is Adventure Time. I've only seen about 3 to 4 episodes the whole way through, but every single time I watch it, I am just sitting there laughing my head off. So yeah, those are the 2 things that I wanted to talk about this week. So yeah, now I guess I'm coming to the question of the week. And what should the question of this week be? How about we get my thinking mug and figure out if that will help me out.
And we're gonna get this, and I like to use this voice whenever I just come over here, and you know, I like to grab things, and whenever I grab things, I actually use this voice. I'm like a different character. Nah, 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 nah.
So, this is a cup I actually got recently. Yeah, it's Mickey Mouse. Can't you see? I also got a Mickey Mouse sweater recently. I should wear that next episode. This is just awesome in and of itself because it's got Mickey, and if you can drink anything with Mickey on it, it makes you really smart. Alright, here we go. I'm drinking air. It's actually, any air in this area is smart air, so it makes you smarter. Okay. Alright, so what should the question of this week be? Oh, I just farted. How about this? How about I ask you the same question I was asked, or at least requested? What is your favorite TV show? Alright, it's out of me now. Yeah, so then we're just gonna
go put it back over here. Just, you know, like that. Yep, cool.
So, what should you do to this video? Share it, comment, smash that like button, and, most importantly to me at least, subscribe! Please do it. So, yeah, this has been Rttta, and I leave you with one word. Oh, come on, I couldn't even say farewell. Hey guys, forgot to let you know that, remember you can request or suggest or ask a question anytime in the comments. So yeah, bye.